Are the people who live in Las Vegas different than the people who live in any other city in America? Are the citizens, the inhabitants of Las Vegas, Nevada, somehow unique? Is their lifestyle different? Is there something about them that defines them? Well, that is what I'm going to talk about in this video, because that's a frequent question I get, which comes right after that classic question of, hey, does anybody actually live in Las Vegas? Yeah, guess what? It's not just probably the entertainment capital of the world and the #1 tourist destination by many standards. People actually live here. It's shocking. So in this video, I want to share with you my personal experiences and many of the things that I have discovered about the incredible people who live here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So, are you ready to join me as we take a walk and talk all about this? We're going to stroll through a neighborhood here in Las Vegas, and we are going to talk about the people of Las Vegas, Nevada. So, once again, the excitement, I feel the rumbling. You feel it too, don't you? That's why it's time for you to sit down and buckle up, because here we go. Hello everybody, it's your host here, Dave Baker from VegasAgents.com. Once again, making a video to teach you all about what it is like to live, to work, to have fun, to have family, to have friends, and live the dream here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, if it's your first time on the channel, first thing you want to do, of course, is tap that little subscribe button and click that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I put out a new video, all about living here in Las Vegas, living in Henderson, and the surrounding cities. Now, by the time you're done watching this video, you're going to be super excited, just like I am right now. It's a windy day here in Las Vegas, but look at this. It's a beautiful winter day. Wow. Look at all that sun. I've got to wear sunglasses in the winter. It is gorgeous again. Now, the thing is, if you're already thinking about moving to Las Vegas or you're ready to talk about it, then all you have to do is reach out to the team at VegasAgents.com. Super easy. You can send me an email, send me a text, give me a call on the phone, okay, or jump on the calendar. The link is in the description. Now today, in this video, I really want to talk about the people of Las Vegas and address the question of what are the people like? How are they different? First, let me tell you how this conversation comes up. It's very common that people tell me that they've been to Las Vegas many times. They have been here as a tourist, right? But they have not really gotten to know the people of the city. That's okay, it makes sense. You're here as a tourist, you're here on vacation. It's different, it's a different experience. Often people say to me something like, so people actually live there? Of course they live here. And they don't live on the Las Vegas Strip. They do not live on Fremont Street. Wow, this wind is going to make this video very interesting. Holy moly. Okay, so here's the deal. First, we're going to change trajectory to try to avoid the wind. Look at that lake, by the way. Once again, did you even know this was here? It's private. It's not like a public lake, but it's just a beautiful water feature here in the city. Check that out. Okay, so let's dive in. We've got a few things, most of which are from my own personal experience, okay? I'm not using statistics specifically. I'm using real life experience, what I have felt, what I have experienced being here in Vegas. Is it really fabulous? Yeah, life is good. Life is good. Are you watching this from somewhere where it's snowing right now? Are you watching this from somewhere where it's freezing cold right now? Look at this. This is one of the good parts. One of my 3 favorite seasons, but it's not the summer. Okay, so let's talk about several interesting things. We're gonna go through this list in no particular order. I like to say that because I'm not trying to stress any one thing really gets my attention, but it's just that they're all kind of interesting. Okay, number 1, the jobs that people have in Las Vegas. What are their careers? What are some uncommon things that I notice being here? All right. Well, there are a lot of people who work in the entertainment industry. And I don't mean Hollywood. I'm talking about the Las Vegas entertainment industry. I can't think of another place outside of perhaps New York City and maybe Branson, Missouri, where you have so many people that work in the entertainment industry specifically. There's so many performers, dancers, people who work at Cirque du Soleil, the most incredible shows in the world that people come to Las Vegas to see, right? You do have a lot of tourists here. It's true, of course. You have like over 40 million people come here a year. I don't even know if that statistic is current. It could be more. It feels like you get a lot more visitors. But if that's something that you're interested in, that is something that might work for you. If you are interested in working in that side of the entertainment industry, doing shows, spectacles, performances, there's so many different types of shows here. And it's just really interesting that when I say entertainment, people often think of, you know, Hollywood and the movies and such. But really, what you have here is a very different type of entertainment. Okay, let's talk to or address the next item on the list. Number 2. There are a large number of transplants living in Las Vegas. What do I mean? I mean that a lot of people who live here today actually come from a different state. They were not born and raised in Las Vegas. They come from all over, but I'm going to tell you a lot of people I've met come from specific areas. Obviously a bunch of them come from California, okay? It makes sense. Geographically speaking, Las Vegas is in close proximity to California. So I would say a large number of people that I meet do come from California originally. Although California wears off them. Now, right now we're in a unique era where people are like fleeing that place to come here. Could it be for this one huge fact called no income tax? Maybe. That state income tax thing, not having it, brings a lot of people here to Las Vegas. People like that. But geographically, yes, a lot of people come from California, but eventually that actually kind of wears off them. I'll ask people where they're from and they say, well, I'm from here. And they say, originally? Were you born here? And they say, oh, no, but I've been here like 10 or 15 years, so I'm Las Vegan now. It makes sense. It totally makes sense. They've changed and they have a different lifestyle and they do things differently, and their past is worn off them. Now, I've also met a lot of people from Utah. Again, geography, right up Highway 15, right? I've met just a very small handful of people from Idaho, and then I've met a lot of people from the East Coast. So I can say the number one place, and this, I don't know why this is, the number one place where where the people that I meet have come from when we're talking about the East Coast is Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. I don't know what it is, but I've met multiple people who are not connected by work, not connected in any specific way, that all happen to be from Pennsylvania. It's very interesting. I'm not specifically sure why that occurred, and that's something I'd like to dive into. Now, if you're from Pennsylvania and you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas, or you're from anywhere on the East Coast, put a comment below. I want to know why. I'm assuming one factor is, of course, the weather, because I did check the weather on the East Coast for some reason before I made this video, and guess what? It's freezing. This is way better. Okay, so there's a large, diverse swath of people who live here, and they have come from just all over the place. It's super interesting. Another thing I will tell you is that I have read a statistic, I don't know how accurate it is, but it said that 25% of the residents of Las Vegas were born and raised in Las Vegas. So that's not a huge number. That means 75% of the people who live here come from somewhere else. This used to be kind of a small town. It doesn't feel like that anymore, completely, in the sense of the geography and in the sense of the width of the city, the size of the city, and the population. But let's go into the next thing, and we're going to talk about that. So let's jump into item number 3 on my list, and that is the people who live in Las Vegas are proud to live here. I have talked to so many people, right? I'm someone who's out there always communicating with new people, people who live here, people who are thinking of moving here, and I will tell you, when you see that hashtag Vegas Proud, or Vegas Born, or Battle Born, or Vegas Strong, it just tells you how proud the people are to live here, how much they love the community, how much they appreciate and feel a connection with where they live. you see so many people with stickers on their car. You see it in their social media profiles. You see it in the names of their companies. So, in case you don't know, this is known as the battle-born state. And that has to do with the time the state achieved statehood coming out of the Civil War era. So that's why it's called the battle-born state. And you see that as a brand name. Battle-born this, battle-born that. And again, you don't see that everywhere. It's something I feel that I've really noticed here. Now, I know there are people who are very proud of where they were born and take pride and feel a sense of community in other states, but I've also been to a lot of places where people really don't care about that. But I get that energy here, and I like it. I like it. It creates a sense of community, and it's really nice to know that people want to stay. And to me, it means that people also want to plant their roots here and build a life here, and that you can develop lifelong, meaningful friendships. I think that's a really great thing that I did not experience everywhere I've ever lived. Wow. That was like a really deep moment right there. And this isn't scripted or anything. This is just something I was literally just thinking about in real time. Wow. That is a really good feeling to have. Okay, we're we're slowing down a little here. Let's talk about the next item on the list. This is just a funny one, and I don't know how to explain this. But the next item on the list is that people who live in Las Vegas seem to like to park their cars by backing into a space. This is just a funny observation that I've made. It actually is what inspired me to make this video. I was with my wife and she said, look at this. No matter where I went, people were trying to like back into parking spaces. And at first I thought maybe it was just one day. I thought, oh, maybe it's just this one parking lot for some weird reason. No, I noticed it in so many different places. It's hilarious. I've never seen anything like it before. I went to several shopping centers or several different places, offices, and different things over the course of a week or two, and I really started paying attention. And there is this unique thing where people seem to love to back into their parking spaces. I don't know, this is just a personal thing that I've really noticed, but I've been pointing it out to other people, and then they told me that they started to notice it too. And then they told me, well, I back into parking spaces. I don't know what it is. It's just unique. Sometimes when I think I'm gonna get a parking space, the other person will be coming and then they're actually backing in. I think they're leaving, but they're actually just backing into the space. Okay, the next item I wanna mention is that people in Las Vegas that I have seen really are starting to fall in love with sports. Now, obviously, this is a place full of sports books where people come to watch sports, bet on sports, things like that. That doesn't mean that the locals really do that. But what I've noticed, and this is in particular, since the Golden Knights, the hockey team, came to Las Vegas, or was formed in Las Vegas. They didn't come here. They're born here, battle-born, Vegas-born, Las Vegas Golden Knights. VGK, as it's known around here, right? Okay, so here's the thing. I never saw such a passion for sports and home teams until now. And now, more than ever, I'm seeing people and news about additional teams that are coming here to Las Vegas. So, since a lot of it is just speculation and rumor, I can't touch on specifically who these teams are, but we hear stories about baseball and basketball. Now, of course, the other team that has moved here to Las Vegas is the Las Vegas Raiders. We have an incredible sports stadium here, Allegiant Stadium. If you've never been there, it's really nice. I've got to give them credit. I've been to other stadiums. I'm not a fanatic who absolutely loves football or anything of that nature, but I have been to stadiums for a variety of reasons, for concerts and sporting events. But Allegiant Stadium is really nice. And you might attend other events there, and then even if you don't like football, you'll be surprised how nice it is. And it doesn't feel super inconvenient, which I can appreciate. Probably because it's right off the strip, so you can see it every time you drive by, and you feel like it's really close. The other thing is there's a real pickup in other sports. You have different types of teams here. You have the Las Vegas Aces. You have the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. So cool. The Las Vegas Desert Dogs are the lacrosse team If you didn't know about that, you should go watch one of their games. So cool. But again, what I'm seeing is all over the city references to our local sports teams. Some are minor league. We have a WNBA team here. There's a lot of talk that we are going to have an NBA team here. I don't know, might happen. And we have the Las Vegas Desert Dogs I mentioned. We do have the Aviators who play at the Las Vegas Ballpark, which if you've never seen is in Summerlin, Nevada. You'll see it in some of my videos about Summerlin where I'm walking by there. So I feel that that's something that's really picked up in the last, say, 10 years or so. It's been a big change to see such a passion for sports that I don't recall seeing in the past. Let's talk about the next item on my list, and that is going to be something that I think is unique here in Las Vegas, and that is going to be, how do I explain this? Special treatment for locals. What am I talking about? This is very interesting. I've never experienced this anywhere else. It's probably because it's such a big tourist city. When you tell someone that you're local, when you're at a restaurant or some other establishment for entertainment, social, whatever reason, their faces light up, and sometimes you get some special treatment. Maybe you get a free drink, a free appetizer. Don't move here because you think you're going to get something like that. But the experience I've had with this is remarkable. Now, being here, I get invited to lots of events that other tourists have to pay for. It's very interesting and pretty cool, to be honest with you. I really like it. I get to go to different events where they might have locals invitations, or someone who's involved in the creation of the event or the administration of the event is a local, of course, and they invite other people because they have extra tickets and things like that. There is a love for locals. I think that's an interesting way, or one of the best ways to describe it. Locals stick together. Locals love each other, things of that nature. It's kind of hard to explain if you've never experienced this, but when you live in a city that is full of tourists, well, you might have a different experience when people realize that you are one of the locals. This is something I've thought of diving into in an entire video. It's not a reason that I would move to a city, but it is a nice perk. It's a nice advantage. It's something different. And I think it's something that if you live here and if you like to go out or do social things or even do cultural things like enjoy the arts or a performance or something of that nature, something you can benefit from. There are also a lot of local dining discounts, by the way. Very interesting. You get a lot of letters in the mail inviting you. Sometimes I get something like a free buffet coupon or something of that nature. Or, just $50 at $25 you'll eat at a hotel. Might be a place I would never normally go to, but it entices you. It's just something very different I wanted to bring up. So these are some key interesting things that I thought were really intriguing topics to bring to your attention, especially if you're wondering what the people are like. Because people I meet from other states and other places will say things to me like, oh, well, you know how Jersey people are, that's where I'm from. Or you know how people are from Philly, that's where I'm from. Or in Miami what we like to do out there. They say it as if I live there or as if I know a million people from there. But there are things that people in Las Vegas do. And on that note, I'm going to mention one other thing that people often ask me, and this will be our final one on the count. It's something that people ask all the time, particularly when they're visiting. And that is, do people who live in Las Vegas like to gamble? My answer is the same as I said in other videos, but this seems to come up as a kind of a frequent question. And the answer is, sometimes. Some people do, some people don't. Some people never do. They have no idea how it works or are involved at all. And some people do it frequently. Some of them are actually winners and get a lot of cool free stuff too. Some probably lose. It's kind of up in the air. I recently was talking to someone who asked if I wanted to go have dinner at a restaurant that's in a hotel. And I said, sure, we could go try it. And he said, oh, have you ever actually tried playing the machines or any of that type of stuff? He said he'd never played. He's lived here for many years, never even touched one, just walked by it and ignored it. Then the other side of the coin, I know people who, when they open their garage, they have rows of free stuff that they've received from casinos. What's funny, this is just in some situations, they've said to me, I never play, I barely ever go. And I'm looking and they've got, you know, 5 ice cream machines, 6 sets of luggage, a bunch of power cords, hand tools to dig things with, stereos, Bluetooth speakers. And if you don't know why that is, it's because they make offers at the hotels for locals. They say, if you come and play, we're going to give you some item of the day. I remember this one time, someone told me they had 20 pumpkin pies because they had played during the holiday season. That is something I have really only seen here. I cannot think of another place like that. If you live in a place where you get a bunch of free stuff for being local, please reach out to me and drop a comment below. I really want to know about this. Now, these are just things that I feel and I've seen and I've experienced myself here in Las Vegas, Nevada. But if it sounds interesting to you, sounds like the kind of place you want to be, then you might want to live here. And so what you should do, of course, is reach out. Reach out to me. Get in touch with me. Very easy, okay? Send me an email. Send me a text message. You don't have to use your thumbs. You can use your fingers. Or go down to the link in the description and jump on the calendar. The team would love to help you move out here to Las Vegas. Everyone on our team loves Vegas, okay? Seriously. I mean, I hear nothing but positivity when we talk. We're all super excited about it. We enjoy the energy, the culture of the people, the things we can do, the parks, the little things that people don't know about, the lifestyle, the outdoors. There's just so much we love. So the whole team loves it, and that's why they want to help people move here. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're making these videos. So reach out, get in touch, and before you end this video, and I know you're going to watch the next video, make sure you tap that little subscribe button and click the bell, because it helps me spread the word all about living here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, everyone, I can't wait to see you. Here comes another video. Make sure to click it, watch it, and you'll keep learning more. Take care, everyone.